you know. So they walked out together. Everyone's running around screaming. I follow them out the back fire exit door. Now, I'm walking. I'm calling police. Calling police. Can't get through. This is New Year, so it was hard to get through to anyone. So I'm following them. Must be following them for a good 5 minutes, like keeping my distance. Look at this guy's got a gun. As I'm following throughout the whole thing, he's got this jumper wrapped around his arm. So he gets around goes around the corner. I come around the corner, still got the jumper. Then I can't turn another corner. He walks through some car park, Sainsbury's car park. And as he comes out the other side, the jumper is gone. Okay. Finally, my phone rings. It's the police. Yeah, you rang us. How come you rang us? I say, look, there's been a shooting, elbow rooms. I'm following the guy who did it now. He's walking here, blah, blah. I gave him descriptions. Now, respect to the police, because literally it was like 30 seconds and there were police everywhere, but undercover police. I could see them, you know, just kind of there. And I'm just kind of talking through, giving description. Yes, this guy, this girl, blah, blah. And obviously they're kind of relaying it back to the police on the radio. And then all of a sudden these like 3 police just came from nowhere, jumped on them, boom, just took them down. Now, they arrest them and everything. I go back to the club and I'm to see the aftermath. By this time, you know, a lot of, you know, people, most people have gone. Now, this is why my man Jacek is such a bad man. Because when I got back, out of all my security, he was the only one still there. The rest of the security ran out the building with the rest of the customers. They just ran, you know? And he was the only one kind of taking care of people, make sure everything's good, just controlling the whole situation. Now, it turns out all 5 bullets he fired, sorry about my cat there, all 5 bullets he fired, they all hit one guy. This guy was an American football player, big black guy. Some of the bullets went through him, hit a girl in the leg, and another guy in the arm that was standing behind him. Fortunately, they all survived, okay? So, I have to go through all this. I have to leave the club now because obviously I'm gonna have to go to court in future and I have to give evidence against this guy who did the shooting. So I don't want to hang around on this door waiting for somebody to come and do something to me, knowing that I'm gonna have to end up in court. You know what? This guy got away with it. Now, the way he got away with it was because he didn't have the gun when the police caught him, and they did forensics and everything and said to him, so how come you've got gunpowder burns all over you? He said, well, I was near the shooting when it happened. Now, when you let off a gun, gunpowder burns go all over you. But because he had the jumper wrapped around his arm, obviously it wasn't as much. So he just said, well, I was near the shooting at the time. You know, it wasn't me. Back in them days, CCTV was rubbish. Now it's all HD, but back in them days, it was rubbish. You could barely see what went on. And it just so annoys me, the fact that this guy actually got away with it and is still walking the street till this day. And what's even more annoying is that a few years later, because I went back to work at this club eventually when it was all resolved, and a few years later, he tried to come in. Now, I didn't even recognize him. It was one of the local boys who pointed him out to me and said, hey, you know, that's the guy that, you know, did the shooting here a few years back. So I approached him and I told him to leave. He's like, what? I said, listen, I know who you are. I know what you did here, how many years ago. So you're going to leave. What? Well, look, I didn't go down for it. How do you know it's me? Blah, blah, blah. So I knew he knew what I was talking about. I said, look, just leave. Me and him nearly had it out there and then, but I knew I was dealing with a dangerous man, but to be honest, I didn't care. I just feel like, how dare you do a shooting here and then want to come back here and party? Tell him to get the hell out. His girlfriend was there with him, rah, 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 in my face and whatnot. I told her to get out as well. So they finally left. It must have been like the next New Year's, his girlfriend tried to come back in the club. I told her to jog on, you know, you must be crazy. Like, I know who the kind of people you roll with, I say to her. I don't want your kind of people in here. She phoned the guy up, expecting him to come down and do something. I said, yeah, look, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. This time, I'm just angry. I said, I'm ready. Whatever you want to bring it on. I mean, so at the end of the day, she just walked away at the end of the day. Now, the way the story ends is that they actually ruined this guy's football career, the guy that got shot. It's a big American football player. Don't know what his name was, but at least he did get like a 6-figure settlement from the insurance of the club. I remember the solicitor came to see me. I had to give a statement and everything. He just told me that, yeah, look, he's been offered 6 figures, you know. So I'm just thinking, at least he got some sort of compensation, but still, is money enough compensation for getting shot and it potentially ruin his career? American football players get paid a lot more than 6 figures. So, you know, you never know what he could have earned in the future, but still, at least he got something. But it just made me realize the whole situation. Life is cheap to some people. Don't underestimate anybody. You know, people will do stuff even when they're not feeling threatened or in danger. They'll still just go out there to hurt people, because it turns out when they did forensics on the gun, he had shot somebody else the night before in another nightclub. So it was just like, you know, boy. And if I saw that guy today, I don't know what I'd do. I'd want to do some vigilante business and just take him off the streets myself, because people like him, who just take life, do not deserve life as far as I'm concerned. But hey, look, this is a warning to you. Don't underestimate everybody, anybody. So I hope that you can heed this warning, take my advice, and in situations of danger, look out for your own safety. Take care.